Hey guys, it's Triple Laird here, and welcome back to this week's edition of Nimera Talk. Now, I'm coming to you from the car because it's just so hot outside, so I'm not able to stand outside at the Starship this week, but hopefully next week I'll be standing with it after it lands. Now, speaking of rocket ships, Nimera is seriously exploding with announcements. Tons of stuff is going down, so let's not delay anymore, and let's get started. Now, as you guys remember, last week we had some sneak peeks into the brand new blockchain site, but this week we have the official announcement so we can go in and take a detailed look. So let's do that right now. Now, first things first, guys, I want to point out here just how cool and clean this site looks. The entry page is very nice, and it focuses on the main thing here, which is a blockchain powered by time. Now, as we scroll down this page here, it's going to start talking about how this works. The first recharging blockchain network powered by POT, or proof of time. Simply holding Nimera's native tokens, Nion, gives users a proportionate share of the network capacity, or a charge. Transactions are generated every 24 hours automatically. Users can borrow transactions from the network or share them. So that's kind of the way it works to make profit for nodes. This novel approach makes the network more inclusive, cheaper, and promotes a fair distribution of capacity driven by genuine need. So it does have a link here below for the white paper. Now, I know they're going through a bunch of final edits and translations on that, but that will be coming very, very soon. And I can't wait to go over the white paper with you guys. It has a bunch of application scenarios here. So some examples: digital wallets, assets, social platforms, games, payment dApps, core functions, and anything else you can think of. It goes a bit more over the economics for like the users who are holding Nion, and the validators who can stake Nion and lend that out to earn rewards for sharing their charge. So that's a good system there. Yeah, so that's a good first page. Nice little lander there, and it links off to the news as well. I love this whole like kind of synthwave vibe that has going on. It's really, really, really cool. The next page on the Nimera blockchain site here is, of course, to join the community. It gives some different connections there. We're going to go over the governance stuff after this. Has the Discord, there's a Slack for developers coming soon, and of course Twitter and the blog, and of course the main news site there. Now, the third page here is for developers to try to show them all of the capabilities of this brand new blockchain and encourage them to create their own dApps within the blockchain. And it has, of course, more links to the Slack and some different essential reading there that we could also, after this, we'll go over and see what those documents were that came out. Now, underneath that, they do show here that there's going to be soon a new node monitoring page as well as a new network health page. Very cool. I don't know about you guys, but I just love the look of that site, and I love the proof of time model. It just makes a lot of sense that if somebody doesn't have a huge amount of the actual token on the blockchain themselves, they're still able to make transactions without slowly eating away at that. And as the blockchain scales, they're still able to make that same amount of transactions without the fee increasing. I love the idea of it, and I think it's going to appeal to a lot of people and a lot of developers. Now, if you're out there and you're still a little bit confused about how the whole proof of time works, they have released an article to explain the whole thing, so we'll take a look at that right now. So, why proof of time for a new consensus algorithm there? So the main article itself is just discussing the entire concept and going through how it all kind of works. I just love the idea that you have a certain amount of charge based off the Nion that you hold, and that just is constantly, day by day recharging. And that allows basically a very, very inclusive and accessible network for everyone who can just put, even if you have like a small amount of Nion, you're still going to have a certain amount of transactions a day on the network, and you can, if you have peak periods, you're able to borrow them from more people. But definitely, guys, I'll link this in the description below. Give this article a read. So like I said, the announcements keep rolling out, and another one that came out this week was talking about a governance portal for community members, a place where not like just, you know, the Discord chat, but a place where we can actually have a forum and discuss ideas, requests, everything like that, and actually start building up that forum of ideas as a community and talk directly back and forth with the team and developers. So here's a little preview of how that works. Now, if you guys haven't yet, definitely get on over here. So this is the Nimera governance page. It's basically a forum where the community can engage with the project, suggest ideas, discuss how everything's working. The Discord is obviously our main chat, but this is more of an ability to kind of post things and get replies and build ideas without just having to scroll through. So definitely get over here and introduce yourself. And you guys will notice right here for our upcoming May AMA with the Nimera CEO Andrew Zamin to definitely post your AMA questions right here under the new topic that I have posted there. Now, again, it just keeps going this week. If you're a developer out there and you've been trying to wait to figure out how is this blockchain going to work, how is everything coming together, well, good news, because the documentation, the majority of the documentation has come out this week, which will give you a great first start. So let's take a look and see what that's like. So here we are. A lot of developers were waiting for this, the Nimera blockchain documentation. Now, so this documentation is for developers, obviously, mainly, but it also for people setting up nodes and people who just want to know how the network works and how it's accessed. So there's a ton of different details there. It's still always a living document, a work in progress. I'm not a developer myself, but there's examples of code and how all of that works within the network as well. So yeah, definitely, if you guys want, if you look in the description below, I will have a link off to the network documentation here, and definitely give it a read. Now, with all of those announcements out of the way, let's take a look at the Nimera health check and market news. Now, checking out our health check, all systems are operational throughout the week. Nothing really to report there besides a little bit of planned maintenance on the 27th. So starting out with the swap here, not bad, 91,000 total volume for the week with a liquidity of 217,000 euros. So you guys will notice that liquidity within the swap has been steadily increasing. This week, we had 439 euros paid out to the people who stake their tokens within the swap. And if you do not know how to do that, just go over to the swap, click the app, and you're able to stake there once you're signed in. Top tokens for the week, we're going to look at EON, one of our two now EON pairs, just two EON pairs out there in preparation for the swap to Nion. The other ones will come back in the future once we're moved over to Nion. So the important thing here is price. We're just shy of 6 euro cents there on the swap for the week, and our volume, huge volume there, 85,000 euros for EON, and DAI and Uni still holding second and third place. Now, moving over to the main exchange here, you will see again, if we go down the list, we only have one EON pair here with BTC. Like I said before, this is just to make things kind of easier with the swap to Nion, to only have two pairs, don't have all these trades open and everything like that. So the current price that's sitting there is around 827,000 EON per BTC. So right now the least expensive place to get EON is on the swap, but again, once you start trading on the swap, the price can go up very, very steadily. Again, that's also the fact on here, because if we look, you will see this kind of price point here at 820,000, 828,000. It's a very, very small amount of EON available, and the next big chunk is only available here at the 450,000 EON per BTC level, which means the price would be more around like 15 to 16 cents by the time it gets there, or even more. It rises so fast here, guys. And under that point, I mean, we're dropping down close to 100,000 EON per BTC, and that's when we really see the price start to rock and roll. On to global market news here. You will see, obviously, we were talking about it, a little bit of patience has to happen whenever these alerts are issued with taxation or whatever it may be, or legalization. There's always a dip in the market, and of course the markets have recovered. BTC coming back up 16% over this week. Ethereum just railing it right now at 27% up on the week, and pretty much everything is green across the board. Okay, guys and girls, that is it. That is all for the week. If this is your address above me, somewhere in the headliner of this car, then you have won $25 Canadian worth of EON, soon to be Nion, and I will be sending that to you in exactly 7 days. And last week's winner, I will be sending you your winnings right away after posting this video. If you haven't already, guys, please like and subscribe and leave your EON address or any EON address in the comment section below, and you'll be entered into the weekly draw. For Nimera Talk, I'm Triple A.